a better season in 2021, 2022? What say you? Who's going to be on the move first? Is Dame going to be on the move first? Simmons or somebody else? Who has the better squad going into 2021 out of these coaches? Billups, Carlisle, Kidd, or Udoka? Listen, leave your comments in the show notes, and we'll be sure to talk about them on the other side. Listen, we're going to take a quick timeout, y'all. When we come back, I got the trivia question of the day, and I got moving the chains on the other side. Listen, we just getting nice and started. We just getting warmed up here. We getting our warm-up jacket off. We getting a little bit of sweat here. All right, sweat equity as we go right into the break. All right, this is the Playbook Podcast.
To make my own podcast, but I was reluctant because I felt like I needed all these different tools and gadgets and microphones and computers just to make it happen. But then I heard about the Anchor app, and it made it so easy to make my own podcast. Plus, it's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from the palm of your hand with your phone or your computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
What's happening, family? We're back inside the Playbook Podcast, y'all. The chill brother from another, bringing you some noise once again, man. And listen, I need you guys' help. I need you guys' support. I need you guys to go to Spotify, Google Podcasts, Anchor, Spreaker. Help share the product. No need to quit. Y'all follow the script. So y'all follow us on that Spotify, on that Google Podcast, on that Spreaker, on that Anchor. All right? Listen, we're just trying to expand our horizons. We bring the barbershop and bring it to your podcast, all right? Listen, before we get into moving the chains, I got to drop you guys the trivia question of the day. Trivia question of the day comes from college basketball, family. And listen, it's a little different. Just trying to mix it up a little bit, all right? So what two teams in the great United States have never represented their state in the NCAA tournament? What two states in the great United States have yet to represent their state in the NCAA tournament? I'm going to let you guys sit, ponder, and marinate on that for a second, y'all. And we'll be sure to cover that on the other side with the revised Turner's Top 5 Sports Moments of the Week. Now, it's Stop Playing. All right? But listen, I'm getting a little too hyped beforehand with that, man. Like I always do these last couple of weeks with this new part of the show. It's just like a brand new baby, man. You just get all excited. You get all hype about it. You want to make sure you coddle with it. You cover it. You care for it. You give it all this love. And that's what I feel in regards to now, Stop Playing. All right, listen, let's get right into Move the Chains. And listen, y'all, we're moving the chains. We go to the Steel City of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, as the Pittsburgh Steelers have released longtime guard David DeCastro. And this is a great episode of Life Comes At You Fast. David DeCastro has been a mainstay for the Pittsburgh Steelers for a good part of his career. Most of his career has been with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And after coming off a injury-riddled season, the Pittsburgh Steelers decided to go another way to save cap space, and then they signed Trey Turner to fill in the role of David DeCastro. David DeCastro is only 31 years old, 6-time Pro Bowler as well. He says he's cool with calling it quits after it seemed like he's going to have all-season ankle surgery. Big guy. But if he doesn't want to hang up the cleats, there are plenty other teams looking and vying for his services. Teams like the Seattle Seahawks that are out there. Russell Wilson put on a nice little foray this offseason, earlier in the offseason, stating that, hey, I probably might want out. And then having his agent go out there and put teams like the Las Vegas Raiders, the Dallas Cowboys, a few teams out there that he could possibly want to go to, but he's not really requesting a trade. Russell, listen, you still were on some Fugate this all season. Now you're trying to say, oh, everything's good, everything's cool, and all that. Nah, I personally feel like if you guys don't make it to a first part, a certain level in the playoffs this season, you about to find your way out of Seattle. So listen, if the Seattle Seahawks are looking to make sure that Russell Wilson is still happy, you go ahead and sign David DeCastro to fill in the role on your offensive line, especially with Russell Wilson having been sacked close to 400 times in his 9-year NFL career. Just saying. All right. Another team out there, the Cincinnati Bengals. They pretty much dropped the ball in the NFL draft when they had Penei Sewell right there to draft and pretty much be their offensive tackle of the future. A generational talent out of Oregon, took the year off from the Oregon Ducks, still top 5 pick, and you decide to go with Jamar Chase, a good longtime friend of Chase Burrow. But listen, if you want to keep Chase Burrow up, then why don't you sign an offensive lineman? That's neither here nor there. If they want to right their wrongs, signing a guy like David DeCastro to stay in the AFC North, to give it to his old team for giving him a release, a shocking release, that's pretty much the best case scenario if you're the Cincinnati Bengals. You really need to go after David DeCastro. Another team out there, the New England Patriots. Cam Newton, 31 years old. They made sure they got him some weapons in the all season. But listen, the offensive line is still a little bit shaky in New England. Having a guy like David DeCastro hold down the fort on the offensive guard position is good for Cam Newton to be able to have more time to find receivers, especially like a Jonnu Smith and a Hunter Henry out the backfield at the tight end position. Just a few teams that are out there that could be vying for the services of David DeCastro this all season. We also got some free agents out there, some guys under 30 that are still looking for a home in the NFL. And listen, free agency it's been a never-ending cycle. Different guys on the free agent market every other week. Trade rumors galore. Listen, the NFL is an everyday business, just like any other sports franchise, etc. But we got under 30 that are still looking for some homes. And let's start with Malik Hooker, formerly of the Indianapolis Colts. Young brother did his thing for Indy, but he's still on the free agency market right now. And a couple of teams that could be vying for his services for Malik Hooker. Only 25. Kid is only 25. I'm sorry. The guy is only 25. Still gets it done in the secondary. He's a ball-hawking free agent. Free safety, pardon me. 7 interceptions over the last 4 seasons, 11 breakups, but he's missed 28 games. And he's coming off tearing his Achilles in week 2. Some teams are going to be weary of trying to sign him, especially after his injury history. But listen, he's only 25. So he's still got some tread on his tires. He's going to have to come back from this injury. But a good team that could possibly be a good fit for him is the Arizona Cardinals, because they have to find a good sidekick for Budda Baker. Jalen Thompson, Deontay Thompson, they've been signed in the all season, but they still have a lot to prove. The front office signed Sean Williams, but he's on the back end of 30. A healthy Malik Hooker helps complement Buda Baker, and they could actually form a formidable tandem in the safety position for the Arizona Cardinals, who are looking to ascend in the NFC West. Another guy out there looking for a home that's under 30. Listen, it seems like Ty Gurley is more than just 26 years old. But the guy, it seems like he's been in the NFL forever, but he's really not. 26, got some real serious knee injuries and knee problems as well. But Ty Gurley still can possibly be a real viable asset to a team that's looking for a third down back, a guy out the backfield that can make some plays. Ty Gurley still got a little bit of tread in the tires. So listen, give him a chance if you're a team out there. A team that could possibly use Ty Gurley. A guy like Ty Gurley. Kansas City Chiefs could possibly use a Ty Gurley. A team like the Seattle Seahawks could use a Ty Gurley out the backfield. Rashad Penny, he's been often injured. He has a hard time staying healthy. He's missed 21 games over the last 3 seasons for the Seattle Seahawks. He'd be a great third down back for Seattle if Russell Wilson is trying to help get this team over the hump and try to win another Lombardi trophy. Another guy out there that could use a home, Brian Poole, 28 years old, formerly of the New York Jets. Through 5 seasons, he's played for the Atlanta Hawks and the New York Jets. 299 tackles, 17 for loss, 6 sacks, 7 interceptions, and 31 pass breakups. Still an effective cover cornerback, but he needs to land on another team. In 2020, he allowed 64% completion rate. Wasn't really good in 2020, but listen, a change of scenery could do some good for him. Again, only 28, a good place for him to go. Las Vegas Raiders. LaMarcus Joyner departed. They have a clear-cut starter in the slot. They could use a Brian Poole to help fill the gaps in the secondary as well. Brian Poole could be on the move, and a good team for him to possibly end up going is the Las Vegas Raiders. Also, another guy out there, Le'Veon Bell's still out there, y'all. Le'Veon Bell, as often as he's criticized, he's 29 years old, but he's a good third down back. You can find him out in the backfield that could help out a guy like an Austin Eckler and the Los Angeles Chargers. I mean, what a great way to possibly stick it to Andy Reid after saying, I don't want to play for Andy Reid no more, than to go to the Los Angeles Chargers and play him 2 times a year. I mean, I'm just saying, be the perfect place, especially with Austin Eckler he's not a workhorse running back. He's really not. So having a guy like Le'Veon Bell to be able to complement him in those spell type of positions would be great for the Los Angeles Chargers. Listen, y'all, we're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we got to stop playing. I need y'all to stop playing. Stop playing with your boy. Come on back. And we got the new revised Turner's Top 5 Sports Moments of the Week to the Stop Playing Moments of the Week. All right? Come on back. We got more on the other side. This is the Playbook Podcast. Yo, we shining over here, baby. If you didn't know, you better ask somebody. Or you can ask me, because I'm going to shine, baby. Each and every day that the Lord gives me, I'm going to shine and keep shining His light. All day, every day. Listen, it's your chill brother from another, Mr. All About My Biz, and we're back inside the Playbook Podcast, y'all. Listen, follow the script. No need to quit. Go right to Spotify, Anchor, Spreaker, Google Podcasts, and wherever you find your podcast platforms. Listen, we're just trying to expand our horizons, y'all, and take the barbershop and bring it to your podcast, y'all. Before we proceed to continue to give you what you need, y'all, listen, I need you guys to like, comment, and share this on your social media platforms. Listen, we're also on